I implemented myself, yeah, so that I can tell you how I did it. One technical problem Lobaba raised in the discussion board. Yeah, some of you may notice that. Yeah, so let me talk about the solution of that question. He asked, because here, look at the control buttons. We have 5 control buttons. In the examples I gave you, that simple rotate piece, each control button controls only one of the elements. But here, each button, we need to control all 7 pieces, right? Yeah. So here I give you the solution for that part. Yeah, actually, yeah, just some simple basic features. So if you know that, you can do that easily. Yeah. But here I give you the details. All right. First, here you can see before I show you, here you can see I added this little info box, information. Yeah, because I want to display some useful information. Yeah. Current piece 0. All right. Yeah. So because when we select one of the 7 pieces, I want to put that information right here. Okay. Piece 1 is selected. Piece 2 is selected. So the current piece is 3, for example. Then when we click any control button, we only control the current piece. How about that? That idea. We just control the current piece because we select one of the 7 pieces. We know which piece to move. We just need to find a way to tell JavaScript functions which piece is the current piece. Okay, yeah. So then we can control it. Okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, here, let me show you. Now, so let me move things around. Let me show you. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Here, I only did that rotate button. Yeah. Similarly, you can do the remaining 4 buttons. Yeah, because I just want to save a little time, so I didn't write a code for the 4 arrow buttons. Yeah, but next time, if necessary, I can show you that part. Yeah. All right, so here, first, let me show you moving. Yeah, I move all these 7 pieces to the destination locations. Yeah, so show you. All right, this piece, yeah, all right. The first thing is your mouse. I noticed that the mouse sometimes, yeah, because when we draw that piece, we use rotations, when we change something, so that coordinates may not be quite intuitive. Yeah, here, yeah, piece 1, yeah. If I select the right place, then I control it well. Otherwise, I may control the wrong one. Okay, yeah. Here you can see current piece becomes 1. Yeah, so I give it number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, internal numbers. Yeah. All right, so here, let me control the current piece 1 here. But I need to do rotation, yeah, to make it a right angle. So now I do the rotation. It is applied on current piece. Yeah, current piece. Good. Yeah. Later, I will explain the code. Okay. After this demo, then I explain the code. Yeah. Yeah. Not hard. Yeah. Then when I move, drag and drop, yeah, you can see I try my best to move it to the, destination location like that. Then piece 2, yeah, piece 2, yeah, I want to do here. This time you can see current piece 2. All right. So when I click rotate button, it is applied on the current piece. So no confusion for our JavaScript function. Okay. All right. Yeah. Try my best. Okay. Yeah. All right. Then this one, now you can see current piece number 3, yeah, I need to rotate it. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Then move to this location. All right. Then square. I do not need to do rotation, right? Yeah. I do not need to do rotation, but since I move it, the current piece becomes the current one, current moving one. Okay. Yeah. Actually, in the code, I add an on-click button. Oh, when you click it, yeah, here, on-click button. When you click it, you change the piece number. Yeah, I click it. So piece number becomes 6. Okay. Yeah. So I add on-click event equals one JavaScript function call, so you can change current piece number. Okay, and that's simple. All right. So now on click, so this one on click, yeah, I do rotation on the piece number 6. Yeah. Yeah. Now I can, make this perfect fit. Yeah. All right. This one, I just, yeah. All right. Yeah. And the last piece. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. All right. Yeah. That's the best I can do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're done. Okay. Yeah. You're done. Here, I didn't use the fine-tune buttons. Yeah. But, if I add fine-tune, I can move 1 pixel left, right, up, down. Yeah. Yeah. Just if you like. Yeah. Yeah. So we just make sure these 4 buttons work. If you need, you can use. If you do not need, you just leave them there. Yeah. 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 All right. Yeah. So any question so far? Yeah. All right. Regarding the Zoom size students, from what you see, do you have any question to ask at this point?
Yes, Professor, can you explain how did you link all those parts to the graphicon?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I will. Let me explain. Yeah, let me do this way. Yeah. So here, let me take the screenshot of this page. Okay. Yeah. Take the screenshot here. Because when I explain, I want to write something. Yeah. I just, write the blank space part. Yeah. All right. So here, yeah, can write it. All right. A few small pieces. Yeah. So here, you need to use a lot of things. Let me explain one by one. Yeah. But I may miss something, so you need to remind me if I miss something. Yeah. Because some little things, if I do not cover, so you can remind me. Yeah. Yeah. Just keep asking me questions if you have any. Yeah. So in that way, you can remind me what to do. All right. The first thing, yeah, at the very beginning, the first thing I want to say, not related to that drag and drop thing. The first thing, technically, yeah. Remember this destination, the outline, it is an image, right? I created using some software. I draw it. Then I use screenshot cut, then give it to you. So you use it as an image. Yeah. So this our destination. Image. we have an image. So let me talk about image related issue. First, when you put the image there, yeah, based on my experience, when I do drag and drop pieces, I want to put on top of that image. But what I saw, the pieces are behind the image, not on top of the image, behind the image. Okay, you don't want to have that, right? So you want to put the image behind. You want to put image as a background image. Okay, so your pieces should on top of our destination image. Yeah. So how to do that? I just do one little thing to fix it. Okay, so here I let you know. In CSS, there is one special property called a z-index. Yeah, so you can go to that tutorial. Z-index, X, Y, Z. All right, X, Y, you know the coordinate, right? X coordinate, the Y coordinate, but Z. So you just imagine there is a Z-index. Okay, Z, yeah, facing you. The larger the number, then the figure is closer to you. Okay, the smaller the number, the figure is far away from you. All right, so Z-index here, yeah, Z-index. This property you just set to -1. Okay, you just set to -1. All right, then yeah, so you put it in the background. Yeah. Then when you do drag and drop, then all your pieces are placed on top of this background image. Yeah. So that's the first little technique. Yeah. So this, if you go to W3 schools, there is one page explaining this Z-index. Yeah. So you just look at that page, some explanation, then just use it. Okay. Yeah. When you use it, here I'll give you, remember, because this destination image page, we use IMG tag, right? IMG tag, right? So there is a source attribute thing, right? All right, you just add style attribute. Style attribute. Z-index. Colon, yeah, colon, one line, colon, -1. Okay? Yeah. 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 Then you solve that problem. Okay? You solve that, overlapping, behind, front, behind, yeah, that problem. Okay? All right. So that's the first question. All right. Second, also related to the image, control image size. Yeah. Because when you try to fit those pieces, then your destination image, the size, there is some difference. Some difference. You need to adjust the image size. Okay? Yeah. That's also easy. You adjust the image size. We know image size, you can control width and height. Width and height attributes. All right. Here, one convenient way to adjust. All right. Here, I only adjust one of the two. Yeah. I only adjust, I only do height adjustment. Because if you only do height adjustment, the width will be changed automatically based on the original image scale. Okay? The browser will do the adjustment for you based on the original image scale. So you don't need to do, yeah. Because if you do in the wrong way, you would make a distortion, right? You stretch horizontally, vertically, so the scale won't be the same as the original image. So here we only adjust one of the two, for example, I set my height attribute equals, here I use the percent, yeah. As I remember, I use 85%, okay, yeah. I need to, try several times, yeah. When I make this 85%, then it fit perfectly, okay? So here, you can see it fit quite well, yeah. I use the 85% scale, okay, yeah. So to make that. On your machine, probably your could be different, but you need to, change to your perfect. Yeah, yeah. So on my machine, I don't know, it's the same as yours. Yeah, it's not important. Yeah, make sure on your machine it's perfect. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's the question related to image. Then now question related to this current piece one. Okay, current piece one. So several things you need to do. Yeah. Here I use a JavaScript variable to store this information. Okay. So actually I use a JavaScript global variable, not local variable. Okay. Here we like to use the global variable. Yeah. Yeah. Because after we make the change, later we will come back to use its value. Okay. Later when we do other things, we still need that value. So we will come back to take that value. So here we use a JavaScript global variable. What is a global variable? Let me explain. Okay. Local variable, here first let me explain. Local variable is inside a JavaScript function. Global outside any JavaScript function. Okay. Yeah. So global variable should be outside any JS function. Yeah. Actually, in the code I give you, rotate piece, I drag and drop, I give you a few examples. You can see we used a few global variables there. For example, the top of the line. When you look at the top of the line, you can see var diff, diff(x), comma, diff(y), and the element. Yeah, all these are global variable. Another global variable, the element. Now we add another one. Okay, store the current piece number. Okay, the current piece number, global variable. Here I add CRT-PC. Okay, for example, the current piece. Okay, yeah, yeah, global variable. Then, because it's global, when we get into any JavaScript function, we can access this global variable. Okay, yeah, yeah. So we can access global variable anywhere. All right, yeah. All right. So now I need to talk about on-click JavaScript function. Okay, yeah. So first, for each span element, okay, you need to add on-click event call. Okay, yeah, because in the span element, yeah, somewhere, yeah, you have a lot of other things. Okay, somewhere you need to put on-click. Then your JavaScript function call. Yeah, JavaScript function call. Okay, yeah. For example, here I call it select piece. Okay, select piece function. Okay, select piece function, then the function you may like to pass a parameter to it, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, what's I clicked something by accident. Yeah. Let me close it. Yeah. Just by accident. I don't want to touch it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Then select a piece. I put a parameter. So piece one, I put one here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because each span, you can assign a piece number. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay. Piece number. All right. And other things. All right. Yeah. But there is another thing you need to do. Each span, we need to give it ID. Because how do you control piece one? All right? How do you control piece one? So we need to give an ID we can use to control piece one. All right? So piece one, other than on click, you also need to add ID attribute. Okay? ID equals, for example, PC1. How about that? No. Because later you can use this ID PC1 to access this element, change its rotation angles, its left, right, top, pixel, XY coordinates. Yeah. So that's the way you set up. So this is the setup. So that's the way you set up for those draggable pieces, for those 7 draggable pieces. Okay, yeah, all right. Then what's next? Then you need to write the code for the select piece function. In the select piece function, first, so in that select piece function, select piece, yeah, so writing is so slow. You need to give a variable. Here I use K, yeah, JavaScript function. Okay, JavaScript function. All right. Then you need to change the current global variable, right? Current piece, current PC equals K. Okay. Then you need to display it here, all right? Yeah. For your convenience, okay? Yeah, otherwise, which one is the current one? You do not know, okay? So here you display that current piece number. So you know which piece you are moving. Yeah. Then you need to set that one. Set that one. Do you know how to change the value? Yeah. So there are different ways. Okay. There are different ways. Yeah. Yeah. If I use the jQuery way, yeah. First, I need to get the ID number. ID number. Okay. Yeah. I need to give a ID for it. Okay. For example, info, for example. Okay. Yeah. Info. So I select this element. All right. Then I need to put the current value there. Yeah. So here I use one function called a text function. Yeah. Because I want to put a text there. Okay. Text parenthesis CRT PC. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So here I just give you an idea. All right. You can use your own way. You can use your own way. So here I'm talking about my implementation. There are many different ways to implement. Okay. I encourage you to use different ways. Here I only give you one of the several ways. You have freedom to choose your own way. Yeah. But at least I give you some idea, right? Yeah. What things you need to do here. Yeah. You can choose different ways to implement. Yeah. So this select piece function, after you make these two changes, then that's all you need to do. Okay. Yeah. Then after that, in your rotate piece function, remember I give you rotate piece function, JavaScript function before. All right. But you need to modify. Yeah. That one, the main code is the same, only place different. When you select element, you need to use the ID here. Okay. You need to use ID. Yeah. So use appropriate. Okay. Use appropriate ID to change the transform value. Okay. Yeah. To change the transform value. Yeah. That's the, modification. Yeah. Yeah, because change the transform value, you need to retrieve it first. When you retrieve, you need to use this ID. Then after you add 45 degree, after you do that, you need to update it. So you use this ID second time. Okay. Read once, write once. So you changed 45 degree angle. Okay. Change 45 degree angle. Yeah. All right. Then another thing, there is one thing is special. Okay. There is one thing is special. So among these 7 pieces, 6 pieces, yeah, all fine. But this last piece, this orange parallelogram piece, a little special, different from remaining 6 pieces. On what? On that transform part. It transform, it has a property called a skew. Yeah, because you have a rectangle, then you skew. You use the skew 45 degree to make a rectangle look like a parallelogram. Okay? Yeah. So this one, you already use the transform property, but that property is called skew. Yeah. Skew negative 45 degree. Okay. Skew negative 45 degree. Yeah, it's so slow. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So that will cause a little problem because if we want to add a rotation, we need to add another part. Fortunately for this one, we do not need to rotate this orange piece, right? Yeah. Fortunately for this project, we do not need to. So if you do not rotate, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. But if you want to try, I plan to try myself. Okay. Yeah. I want to, after the skew, we add a rotate part. Okay. 2 parts. Yeah. Can we handle these 2 parts? Yeah. Yeah. So I plan to try, but for you, you do not have to. Yeah. If you want to complete project, you do not need to do rotation on that orange piece. Okay? Yeah. 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 But if you want to learn a little more, because the transform already has a property value, can we add another different property value? Two different values control two different properties. Yeah, that's something interesting. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not in our requirement. Okay, some extra knowledge if you want to learn. Yeah. All right. So that's what I can explain to you on this feature. Yeah. If I do not cover something, let me know. Yeah. Now you can ask me questions. If I still something I missed, you can remind me so I can explain. Okay. So after this explanation, can you do the whole project? Think about that. What kind of help you need from me? Yeah. Let me know quickly. Yeah. If not, we move to the next topic. Okay. Yeah. We move to the next topic. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let me save this image. Otherwise, I'm afraid later when I come back, it's gone. Yeah. Because I want to post this image, okay, as a PDF file. Otherwise, later when we come back, it disappears. Yeah, yeah, everything is so slow. Yeah. All right. And here. All right. So let me give a name. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let me go to the part D. Yeah. So we are here somewhere. Yeah. We're here. All right. And we're halfway. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This animal DB.SQL I just posted. Yeah. So in the today's lecture, I create a part P. Yeah. Project part P. So I post this file under part P. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So last time we talked about this. Then basic SQL operations, retrieval, select. Yeah. Type. Insertion, update, deletion. Yeah. Yeah. Retrieval, select. Here I show you one simple example. Yeah. It starts with select keyword, but after that, we can write our query statements. Yeah. It could be very complicated. So the select type could be very complicated. Yeah. Select star. Star here represents all fields of the table. Okay. Yeah. All fields based on its definition. We have several fields. Yeah. Here we have 3. ID field. Yeah. I need to change the pen color. All right. Yeah. So ID field, survey option field, votes field, and in that order, okay, in the same order in the definition. Yeah. So you don't need to write them explicitly. You just put a star there. All right. From table name. table name here we called survey results. Yeah, as the table name. Okay, yeah. Now you can see the results. It returns the data of the whole table. Data of the whole table. Yeah. So this gives you the data of the whole table. All right. Yeah. But in this example, our table is small. Okay, we just have 5 or 6 rows. But you can imagine in your real world applications, you may have large tables. Yeah. Yeah. I myself, I had experience. I did a project and I have huge tables. Yeah. In one of my tables, I have tens of thousands of rows. Okay. 30,000 rows. Think about that. 30,000 rows. Now, it could happen in your real world applications. But when you do this query, do you want to retrieve all 30,000 rows? Most of the time, you don't. Most of the time, you only want to retrieve one page. You can set the page size. How many rows in one page? Yeah. Because when you do Google search, the first page, it only returns one page of the search result, right? It does not return millions of search results to you at the same time, not necessary. Okay? Here, the same idea. When you retrieve data from a table, if the table is big, you want to retrieve one page of the table, but you need to define the page size. Okay? Page size. Yeah. So you can do that. Yeah. But we talk about that later. Yeah. Here, the first time, we do not need to go to that kind of details. Yeah. All right. Then insertion. Yeah. So the syntax is like this: insert into table name values parentheses, then value 1, comma value 2, and so on. Okay. Yeah. There is some details, but I will explain the details later. Yeah, so a lot of details. Yeah. At this point, we just look at the syntax, the format. All right, insertion, insert. Update, the format like this, the syntax like this. Okay, yeah, so you can update, change any field value in this way, one by one. Yeah. All right, yeah. And delete like this. Okay, delete, you should be very careful because after you delete it, it cannot be recovered. Yeah. So you need to consider. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the reason last time we talked about logical deletion and physical deletion. Okay. For save, for your data protection, you may like to do logical deletion. Yeah. So that's not the real physical deletion. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Here, another thing. Last time I mentioned a little bit, but here I remember last time I mentioned a little bit. This time I want to talk about another time to emphasize. Look at the keywords, the SQL keywords we used here. All these keywords. So we use the capital form. Capital. We capitalize all the keywords. Okay. Yeah. That's for convention, not for requirement. Okay. Yeah. So I mentioned another time. Yeah. In our community, yeah, SQL programming community, that's the convention shared by the community programmers. All right. Yeah. But because it's not required, if you use lowercase, it works, no problem. Lowercase works perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, if you go to the web search, sometimes you can see people use lowercase on those keywords. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, a few people They use lowercase. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's this one, this part. Next one, D.3, data format in database. Yeah. Traditional data format. The most popular case, yeah, the first type, textual or numeric. This is the most popular format. Yeah. String values, textual, string values, double quotes, single quotes. So you give the string values. Yeah. Double quotes, single quotes here. Yeah. So yeah, I'll explain that the difference between double quotes and single quotes. Okay. Then numeric. Numeric. Here still in our animal db.sql, in this example, here you see the insertion part, data insertion part. Okay, you see numerical values, the first column, numerical value, second column, string value, third column, also numerical value. Okay, yeah. But you see the string values are included inside single quotes. Single quotes. Numerical values are not included in quotes. You see the difference? Okay, you see the difference? Yeah. All right. That's the standard. That's the SQL standard. All right. So here, let me explain. Quotes. Okay. Yeah. Quotes. Yeah. The handwriting not good. For string values. Okay, all right. Two quotes, single quotes, that's SQL standard. SQL standard, okay? Double quotes not a SQL standard, okay? No standard, but supported. Yeah, supported. If you use double quotes, it's not wrong, okay? Yeah, yeah. So in MySQL, here, at least in MySQL, it works. Yeah, it works. But they are different. Their roles different. One is standard. Standard, that means it must be supported by all DBMS. That's the meaning of standard. Supported, here it's supported by MySQL, all right? But when you move to different DBMS, it may not be supported by other DBMS. That's the difference, okay? So we just say supported by MySQL, but not necessary by other DBMS. That's the main difference. Okay, all right. Yeah, so that's the first thing. Later, related to the difference between numerical values and string values, yeah. Later, with the single quotes, we use the format differently regarding the single quotes. Yeah. Later, I will do comparison later. Okay. Yeah. Another place, we will do further discussion. Yeah. Yeah. Here, let's move to the next topic, multimedia data. Yeah. So the SQL also supports multimedia data. Yeah. Here, these three types: images, audios, videos. Yeah. So in order to store the binary multimedia data in your database directly, SQL database directly, there is a SQL format, blobs. binary large objects, blobs. Okay? Yeah. So that's the binary storage inside the database. Yeah. The original files. Yeah. But here I want to say, actually, in the real world situation, people rarely do in this way. People rarely do in this way. Yeah. So let me talk about in the real world situation. Yeah. Here I compare the two possible ways. The first is the binary, store data directly, binarily. Yeah. Blobs, the multimedia data. There is a second way. Second way. Second way, we use textual way. We store file paths in databases. But we do not store the content of the file. We store the URL of the files. URL point to the location of the files inside the server. Yeah. So we store URLs of the image, audio, video, in the server. Okay, yeah. So these files, these multimedia files are stored on the hard drive of the servers. Okay, on the hard drives of the servers. We know usually the multimedia file is very large, right? Yeah. Hard drive of the servers. Yeah. So then you use URLs. Yeah. But here there is another thing. Yeah. For images, images, people use this way. Okay. But for videos, we know videos actually much larger than images. Yeah. Images, usually you need a few megabytes. Yeah. A few megabytes, it should be enough for images. But for videos, it could be very big. Hundreds of megabytes, even gigabytes, also possible. Yeah. So think about how do you send gigabytes of data from your server? It's not good, it's not, So images, people use for example, YouTube. You just send the link, video link. You have a link in YouTube, right? Yeah. Link. So then, through the link, the image content can be retrieved, gradually, right? Yeah, not immediately, not gradually, because when you watch the video, it takes time. So the content is retrieved gradually. Yeah. In that way, we just use the link. Link is a textual data, right? Yeah. So in your database, you just store, let's say for videos, we just store YouTube links. YouTube links. Yeah. That's enough for a video file, right? Yeah. And the people can access through that link. Yeah. You have a video window through that link. People can watch that video through YouTube. That way. Yeah. So through this discussion, you can see people rarely provide binary data to their users for multimedia data. People provide links, locations, textual data to their users. Yeah. So here, usually in our web applications, Yeah, we use the URL links. Okay, yeah, so convenient. And the data storage is very little for the textual part, textual content. The data storage, so little. Okay, yeah. Comparing with the binary data, big size, actually you can save a lot of space in your database. Okay, yeah. So that's a big difference. Yeah. Although you see the SQL allows you to store binary data, but people rarely use this way. That's my point. Okay, rarely use this way. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But data format for social media, that's different. Yeah. Yeah. So non-traditional data for social media. Yeah. So let's look at the social media way. It's quite different. So typically, the data generated from social media in large amount every day from posts, tweets, images, video clips, right? Generated from social media, huge amounts. Yeah. So you need to provide a data service efficiently for social media data, non-traditional data. Okay? Traditional, we mean the traditional business. Okay? Traditional type business, right? Yeah. But here, this business, very special type. Yeah. Social media type. Okay? Yeah. So the users of social media spread in the whole world, so they post, they generate content in large amount every day. Yeah. So your database should provide convenient services for those users. Yeah. If you just use the traditional database, then your service won't be very fast. Your service could have a lot of delay, not immediate response. Now, think about for the social media, when people post some information, then it should be available quickly by the whole world, right? Yeah, immediately by the whole world. Yeah. Yeah. You should not, for the traditional database, you may need to do some data processing before you make it available for the whole world. Think about the traditional database. Yeah. Make it available for the whole world. That means the data is searchable for the whole world. People can search. People, based on the keywords, hashtags, people can do the search. If you use the traditional database, you need to do some data processing before you can make it available for the search, right? It takes time. It takes a long time for that kind of data processing, all right? But here, if you use this new type of databases, non-traditional, yeah, because it is designed for this type of usage applications. So you want to make it searchable immediately, okay? Fast search. Yeah. So, all right. Now, large data amount first, because if the data amount is too big, the search operation could be very slow, right? So you need to find a fast way to do the search. All right? Yeah. In simple structure, yeah. So this type of data, the structure, relatively simple. If you compare it with traditional data, it is much simpler. Yeah. How simple it is. Yeah. The format is like this: key value pairs, this kind of format. Each data piece, you require a key. Yeah, you need a key. All right. Yeah. To be searchable, you need to use the key to do the search, right? Yeah. Key. Yeah. Key, you need to give the value. Yeah. Key and the value. Yeah. Key allows you to do the search. Value is the content. Yeah. After you make the search, you need to consume that content, the value part. So you store your non-traditional data in this kind of key value pairs for social media. Yeah. So the data DBMS is designed mainly handle this type of data structure. Yeah. Different from our traditional data type structure. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so the non-traditional database. Yeah. So here in this class, I like to give you some introduction. Yeah. So we won't go very deep. Yeah, just some simple introduction on the non-traditional databases. Yeah. So there is a name for it. NoSQL, that means not only SQL. Okay, the meaning is not only SQL. Yeah. Actually, it does not use SQL. Okay, yeah. So this one, you know, it does not use any SQL. Yeah. Completely different ways to do the data operations. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Traditional database, that's the relational databases. Yeah. Still supporting big part of the business world. Yeah. Yeah. Social media, that type of business becoming more and more important. Yeah. But still relatively small part of the business world. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The non-traditional much simpler than the traditional databases. The structure, yeah, here, simpler, we mean the structures much simpler. Okay, yeah. And actually, our traditional, we treat the relationship among the tables very important because we need to retrieve the data based on the relationship. Yeah. But for the non-traditional, you do not explore the relationship. Okay, you do not explore the relationship. So it does not support complicated relationship handling in this type of data. Okay, so if you need to, consider relationship among different tables, you should use the traditional database. So not non-traditional. Yeah. Non-traditional, you expect to apply on relatively simple data structure. Yeah. Typically, the social media type of data. Okay, yeah. So mainly handle relatively simple data, but large amount. Yeah. Relatively simple. Yeah. Although here we say relatively simple, but it could be very complicated. Yeah. Later we will see it could be very complicated. Yeah. All right. So another information I like to mention, yeah, here we're already near the end of the class. I just have a few more things to talk about. Yeah, because at this point, we cannot talk about a lot of details because we need to have more background knowledge to help us understand this type of non-traditional DBMS. So one thing is, yeah, because the data format of non-traditional, yeah, its data format, yeah, here, the data format is based on JSON. Yeah, JavaScript object, JSON type. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will talk about JSON, as review or simple introduction or review next a few classes. Yeah, because this type of database, this type of data is so important. Although simple, so important. Yeah. So I like to, give you a few simple examples using this, JSON. Yeah. After that, after you understand JSON better, then we can talk about social media format. Yeah. Stored, organized based on the JSON data type. Yeah. So now because after that, you will feel better. Yeah. You can understand better. Yeah. So to understand this topic, we need to learn the traditional databases DBMS first. Yeah. Then we can do the comparison with the non-traditional DBMS way. Yeah. Because many times we need to do comparisons. Yeah. So first we learn the traditional way. Yeah. Then we do comparisons with the non-traditional way. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. So let me see if I finish. Yeah. So the relationship, yeah, not replacing traditional database. Yeah. So here you can see, because the business part not overlapping, yeah, not overlapping, yeah, because the data properties are quite different, yeah. So not try to replace the traditional, because it does not have the relationship part. If you want to explore the relationship between different tables, it's not a good choice. It's not a good choice. Traditional data DBMS that provide you powerful solutions regarding the relationship, data relation part. Yeah. All right. But it's an argument traditional databases. Yeah. Yeah. Because something I mentioned before, yeah, social media data, those requirements, the traditional, it takes a lot of time to provide services to the users in the whole world. Yeah. To support content search, right? Content search. Yeah. Why people use hashtags, right? The reason people use hashtags, because the search operations can cover those content immediately. If you do not put hashtags, then the search engine, social media search engine won't cover the content. Yeah, that's the main difference. Hashtag, right? So here we treat hashtag as key part, key value pairs, right? The content, that's the value part. Hashtag, that's the key part, okay? Key, the hashtag, key, we use them as the keys. Then content, okay? When people do the search, people do the search on key part, not on the value part, okay? The value part becomes too slow. On key part, very fast, extremely fast, okay? Yeah. All right, yeah. So so we finish today. For the demo part, let me leave to the next class, okay? Yeah, the next class, yeah, because I just post the binary files. If you can install this weekend, then the next time you can do some hands-on exercises, okay? All right, so let's finish our lecture 5 today, yeah, right here, yeah.